Chris, here's a trivia question for you. Assuming they don't trade down tomorrow night, the Jaguars will pick number 1 overall for just the second time in franchise history. 2 franchises are tied for the record with 7 number 1 overall picks used in their history. Name either one of those teams.
Man, so 7. You were talking about 7 times. Man, who? All right.
7 times.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with the Bengals as one of them. No. All right.
No.
The Browns.
The draft's been around for a long time. Long time.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Draft's been around since 1936.
I didn't take that into. Yeah. So all right. So it's the Rams and Colts. I'm wrong. I wouldn't have guessed either one of those.
It is the Rams and Colts.
I see the answer.
Franchises that were once traded for each other.
Wow.
When Robert Irsay and Carol Rosenblum traded the franchises straight up, Rams for the Colts, L.A. Rams for the Baltimore Colts. That's the answer. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Colts. Like I'm trying to think of number 1 picks they've had in our lifetime. It's like Peyton, Andrew Luck. And was Tony Mandarin? Was that a number 1 pick?
No.
Tony
Mandarich. Tony Mandarich. He was drafted by the Packers.
Yeah, right. Was there somebody else that they drafted?
John Elway. John Elway was the number 1 overall pick. We got to get to the draft.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to start with the guy we talked about earlier, Kayvon Thibodeau. I have no idea where he's going to go. The PointsBet has him as the favorite to go to the Jets at 4. There's people who think he's going to slide through the top 10 and beyond. I think he's going to be one of these guys we are constantly paying attention to throughout the course of the night until we find out where he is selected. So first pick for me, Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yeah, okay. That's a good first pick. Definitely on my list. Yes, I'm one that thinks that he won't go through the top 10. I don't see it. I don't know how anybody really can see it. And I'd feel bad saying that. It's not his fault that he was so overrated in this process, but big time. And I do, like, if he goes in the top 10, I go, somebody outside the top 10 is going to go, whoa, we got this guy available. I think the next guy I'm going to go with is Derek Stingley Jr. from LSU. Similar type of thing. Now, with Derek Stingley Jr., I look at him as a wild card because I know people talk about him being a top 10 pick. You know, I don't know. Are people really going to pull the trigger on a guy that his best play was from 3 years ago? And then sophomore and junior year, it was kind of with some injuries. But you hear a lot of people, and I know there's teams that really love him and like him. So that's one that I look at can kind of throw the first 12 picks, into a little bit of a kerfuffle if he goes.
Kerfuffle. I like that.
Thank you.
That's a Peter King word. I agree with you. And PointsBet has him as the favorite to the Texans at number 3, not number 13, but number 3. Next pick for me, Jameson Williams. I don't know where he's going to go. There's people who think he's going to go really high. He's got the torn ACL. There's other receivers that are projected in front of him. I don't know where he's going to go. I think he could go as high as 4 to the Jets. I don't think he will, but he could. And when does the window open? When does it close? But he's regarded as a special talent, but he's coming off that ACL, and you've got other great receivers, so we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Jets at 10, if they're sitting there, you got to worry about Atlanta at 8 taking them. That would be a little scary to me. I'm going to go with Doug Peterson. I don't know if I go Doug Peterson, Shaq Khan. Which one do I do? But either one, I'm going to go with Doug Peterson just because anything you hear, it sounds like he's the one in that organization that wants tackle. And you hear that there's a faction in that organization that wants the defense to end. So that's a wild card for me, and I'm really intrigued at what happens at number 1.
All right, draft results so far. We got to get this done. Next one for me, wild cards for the draft that starts tomorrow night. Countdown clock will probably be back up before the end of the show because they know how much I love it. David Tepper, the Panthers owner. He's the guy that wants, there it is. He's there right on cue. He wants quarterback. They can't convince free agents to come there. They can't convince guys to drop their no-trade clauses to go there. So they got to draft a guy involuntarily. It's an honor and a privilege to be the Panthers quarterback, Chris.
Yeah, you're right. They are a wild card. I have no idea what they're going to do there at 6. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm going with Howie Roseman. With the 2 picks, the 2 picks in next year's first round, Howie is usually pretty creative. He's not afraid to do a whole lot. Man, there was real rumors percolating yesterday. They were looking to maybe trade up. So they got a lot of keys to have different angles of this first round in the draft. Definitely a wild card for me.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.